Hello, everybody. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. So, I'm Amir. We're live now on English Convey channel. So, you may not be completely aware of what we're doing here. We are having discussions daily, weekly, of course, uh, about controversial topics. So, if you don't know what's going on, just read the description below. The topic today is about cancel culture, hero or villain, right? What is cancel culture? Is it always disruptive? Is it always destructive or not? We're gonna talk about it, and you're gonna join and talk or uh, send your comments in the live chat. Now I'm gonna share the Google Meet as well, Google Meet link as well. So there you can join me and talk. So just let me check if we are completely live now and everything's uh, actually capturing appropriately. So let me see who's here. If you listen now my voice, so everything's fine and we can continue to our talk. So damn this internet. Thanks. All right. Nothing's come right now until now, and it's just loading. All right. Would you like to share? Come on. Yeah. So let's see what's going on here. Things come right. So guys, so now everything's fine, and I'm in the. All right. So welcome everybody. Let me share the Google Meet as well. There you can join me and talk with me. This is our Google Meet. So you cannot. All right, guys. You can send your comments in the live chat, and or you can join me by the text. So I'm gonna start the discussion. You can join me and let's see what's gonna happen, huh? So, as you know, cancel culture is so controversial, and not everybody likes it. I think there's a bias about it, because when you say cancel culture, everybody's wow, oh my god, it is completely wrong. Or we have, I don't know. Let's check the votes that I have sent in the channel. Somebody just, I think, all right, nobody, because I voted the first one because I just wanted to, okay, I have a right to vote for that, but because most of the people just voted for other options, so I decided to actually let's say I decided myself to vote for the first option, but which is not really favorable, and it's not favorite for most of you, and that's about it protects people from harmful behavior. First of all, I'm so sorry, guys, but I had a busy day, so I'm so sorry if I'm not, I'm a little not in my mood, but we're gonna have a good discussion. So first, so it protects people from harmful behavior, or it's so these are our options, right? It silences free speech and opposing views. It started right, but gone too far, and these kind of things. So let's come back to our topic. I'm gonna tell you at first what is the cancel culture, right? So first of all, we should know what is cancel culture. So after that, we can decide that it is a good thing or a bad thing. So now let's see what's cancel culture. So what is cancel culture at all? All right. As you can see here, I have prepared a kind of presentation, PowerPoint. So cancel culture, you can vote for that right now. That do you think it's necessary for justice, or or the second option, it's dangerous mob control, or both? Depends on the case, right? If you think that it can be possible to be beneficial, cancel culture in some cases can be beneficial. If you think in that way, so you can write 1 in the comments. Let's see. So nobody, I think, joined us right now because I can't see anyone in the chat to write anything. Anyway, so if you think, let me. So I have shared it. Let me share it here. So, if you think that it's sometimes beneficial. So it's necessary. If you think it's necessary, it's indispensable. So put. Okay, nobody's here. So just comment it. Okay, comment it below that. Comment 1. For the second option, which is dangerous, it's dangerous. We should completely force to control it. I don't know, remove it. So put number 2 in the comments. And for the option 3, which is both, it depends on the case. So put option 3. Put comment 3. Okay, in the comment section. So what is actually cancel culture? So when the public pressure to hold somebody to be accountable, this means cancel culture. What does it mean? It means that the society, a society, the majority, a majority of people, a group of people, put a huge pressure on somebody to completely or maybe boycott it, or in many ways they can do it. They can exert pressure on him or her. So in that way, they call it a cancel culture, which means that they canceled him, right? So the key question is that who decides what's wrong? So who decides that he is or she is wrong to boycott him or cancel him, right? Cancel her or anything. So actually, we can say that of course we don't have an objective and a determined truth or false that everybody can assure that is right or wrong. But as you may know, somebody can adopt some rules that other people, most of the people thinks that right. So first of all, I thought that the best thing, the most controversial thing is to actually show that I'm going to show that the best thing, the most controversial thing is to show that it can be beneficial in some situations, right? So I decided to first show you some examples, some instances that are showing that it can be necessary, it can be beneficial in some situations. So let me first say, okay. Because nobody joined us right now. Let me join the live chat here and talk. All right, so I should copy the link. So let's join talk here. Okay, no. And this is the live chat. So I was telling you that in some situations I'm gonna show you that in some situations cancel culture can be beneficial. For example, Harvey Weinstein was a person that first some people told that he sexual abused other people, right? And after a while, and after nothing has happened, right? So when nothing has happened, I'm so sorry. So hi Yasmin, how's it going? So let me. All right. So as I was telling, so when nothing has happened, the people boycotted him and they put many pressure on him, on Harvey Weinstein. So, the court decided to again analyze his document, and they decided to actually change the decision that made for it, right? So I know, Ismail, you have, for example, a kind of thing that you think that cancel culture is completely wrong, as you told from, as I can remember from the thing that you have told in the group, in Telegram group, right? But this case can show us, this case can show us that that in some situations it can be beneficial. It can help to justice, because when somebody is in power, the majority of people can decide, can do a movement that can help us to get into a more justified situation. Yeah, right? So what do you think, Ismail? So first of all, welcome to the group. I think you were the only. So you can't speak? What's going on here? Yeah, go on. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, okay. Now I think you can speak. Okay. There was a problem, so I think you can now speak, right?
Yeah, it's solved.
Hello. Thank
Hello
you.
again.
What's going on, man?
Good. You just
Hello.
put your hands on my mouth for the whole time.
So, what's up? Is everything fine?
Fine, it's fine. Uh, Fine. Happy to
All
hear.
right.
I
So,
wish I
do
saw
you
more
have?
people here.
All right. So, did you
Okay.
understand what I was talking about? So, I just gave you an example that was showing that cancel culture in some situation can be helpful. So, what do you think about this example?
Uh,
So,
uh,
let me welcome
is it
Mustafa. Thanks for coming, Mustafa. Thanks for joining us. Although I know that you've talked this topic once, but thanks for joining us again.
mm, before we jump to label whether it's good or bad, uh, we can discuss about that later. But first, I want to say my opinion about cancel culture.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't like it, and I will say why. But first, I say it's a symptom uh, that shows the society is alive, uh, and the society is becoming more individualist, and people can say their opinion, share their opinion, and their opinion has some effect.
Mhm.
And the whole thing is a good thing.
The whole thing. You mean the whole
The whole thing is a good one. It
freedom of
shows
speech,
that
right?
society is alive and active,
So you
and
mean the whole freedom of
individuals are
speech is
important.
a good thing, right?
Yeah, the whole of
So
it, okay.
all right, so could you please? I don't know, guys. I think nobody joined me on the in the YouTube live. I've shared a presentation there. I I gave you an example about I don't know if you know him or not. Harvey Weinstein. Do you know him or not? I don't know if he is a popular person or not, but he. I gave this example as an example that was that the cancel culture was really beneficial in this case.
Which case?
In the case of Harvey Weinstein, which first uh, they told that some women came and told that he did sexual abuse, and after that nothing happened, and after the movement that was created by the majority of by a majority of people, they
Wait a moment, wait a moment. The Me Too movement, you say,
yeah, yeah.
it started from this guy?
I don't know if this started with about this guy, but have you ever heard about it?
No, but that movement isn't so old. I remember how it started
Hmm.
about 6 years ago, maybe, or a little bit,
So,
about about some actor, I think, but I don't remember his name. Maybe that one you said.
so what do
Okay.
you think? So, in this, don't you think that in this case it was beneficial?
Uh, I don't know because uh, in many cases I don't like the rushy things.
Mm.
Uh, Quickly jump into conclusion and something like
All
this.
right,
I'm not fan of it.
all right. I'm gonna come back to you. So, hello, Mustafa. Welcome, and how's it going? Is everything fine? Sorry, I don't have your voice, Mustafa. Are you speaking? Do you have his voice, Ismail?
Maybe here's my problem too.
One, two,
All
three.
right, I know.
Thank you to open
I
it
have
up
it
and
now.
Uh,
all
But there is a little, I don't know, noisy sound. Can you handle it? Can you a little regulate it and
there's
come back?
some distance from mic.
Okay, is it better now?
Yeah, it's okay.
Now it's much better.
Okay. Let's see, cancel culture. I mean, I agree with the whole idea. Like, boycotting has a really like the precedent for boycotting is goes really back. Like, boycott is actually named after a person. I'm looking up where when that person lived. Boycott person. Um,
He
Charles
lived three
Boycott, yeah,
centuries ago.
1832 to 1897, right? So boycotting that he's the person who
Okay.
started the whole boycott thingy.
Okay.
But that's
Let's
what
see.
cancel culture basically
Cancel
is,
culture.
right? So it's got a precedent for like what, 200 years now. It's definitely useful at sometimes, but the thing is, the reason I'm against modern day cancel culture is because everyone is just so sensitive, and cancel culture is really not helping. Like, for example, and it's not just about cancel culture or it's about what people say or anything like that. It's just humans in general are becoming so sensitive and just don't know how to toughen up and deal with stuff. We've been humans for uh what, millennia, more than like 2, 3 millennia. I don't know like the history of like where do you want to start human civilization, but for at least a couple millennia. But now suddenly people are becoming allergic. I'm doing air quotes, so you can't see quote unquote, allergic to gluten, something that has never existed in the history of humanity, or like all sorts of allergies and stuff that they can't tolerate, like their guts can't tolerate, like I don't know, lactose intolerance or whatever. And people don't try to fix it. They're just like, oh, this is like a quirk about me, and people have to deal with it, right? Now, when it comes to like lactose intolerance, fine, don't have dairy yourself, but like it's not like a thing that I impose my dietary restrictions upon others. However, with cancel culture, it's like I am offended by like the word faggot, and if you say it, I'm going to ruin your life and get you cancelled. Toughen up. It's just a word, right? Sometimes it's even an accurate description, like calling a woman fat. She may be fat. Actually, like it's a description. But because she's offended, suddenly everyone comes to her aid like, oh no, you did such a horrible thing. It's just a word, people. Get over it. Toughen up.
So you think that it is completely detrimental right now in this moment, right? So
I'm saying that it can be useful at times, but this is the whole point of our conversation and our topic. It's gone too far.
it's
People are getting hurt and offended based off like really like insignificant and petty bullshit.
yeah. All right. So uh, in the group, some people were just advocating that, disputing this fact that it in some situations it can be beneficial. So I prepared myself to to uh, give you some examples of both the situations that it can be beneficial and situations that it cannot. It can be really harmful. Hello, Said. Welcome. How's it going? So, I just thought that in your case that you told Mustafa, just imagine. So you mean that if you say that I don't know, a girl is a little bit fat, so the audiences should say something about it. For example, we have an evident example right now, which is Isan Islami. I know he is really controversial, right? So, no, no, I mean, oh gosh, the idea about him is so controversial, right? So, what do you think people should do? you mean, for example, if in that case, I think you can remember him that in just in one time, the people, all the feminists and other people just uh, s- publish hatred videos and messages about him. Uh, what
Honestly,
what's your
I
opinion?
can't really answer that question because I don't actually know who he is. I've heard his name a bunch of times, but I really don't follow Iranian like whatever you want to call it. It's not pop culture. It's not. I don't know what it is. Like internet celebrities, internet like figures, or I think is he a
Mass
rapper? I
media.
think he.
Yeah.
No, just
I
wanted
don't.
to say like I don't follow Iranian like media, I would say.
How's it going?
I
So
mean,
you just
yeah,
interrupted
some
me.
parts of the media, yeah, sure, because media usually involves movies and shows and television, but not entirely. But that's what usually comes to mind when you say media. But I think he's more like an internet personality. I don't know. Does he rap? Like, why is he even famous? Is he like a Iranian rapper or something?
No, he's not a rapper. He's just a kind of influencer, or maybe a
Ah,
blogger.
okay, okay. So he's
Yeah.
influencer.
No, he doesn't have. He even he himself is saying that he's saying that.
Let me explain very simply.
Sure, go on.
He simply uh, opens in Instagram and his phone camera and talks and shares it. Done. That's it.
That's it.
That's
No,
it.
he
Really.
he also cares people.
But his opinion is radical to many people, uh, and that's why he became so famous.
Okay. Well, actually, like the radical opinion thingy, I was actually trying, like, I was thinking about like using Eminem as an example, because I'm not, I haven't like heard any of the things that he does say, but like Eminem has had this thing with especially Gen Z now that they're trying to cancel him and get him canceled, while like he had a lot more freedom back in like the 200 2000s, I guess, where like he could, I don't know, say anything, use any word like he wanted in his songs, but now he has to like tiptoe around everything. And then he had his recent album, The Death of Slim Shady, which was basically about Gen Z trying to get him canceled. And like, if he said the things that uh, Slim Shady used to say back in those days, he would immediately get canceled. And it's really become a bitch and a pain in the ass. Like, people just don't know how to, I don't know. I don't want to say take a joke, take anything basically, a joke or otherwise. Everyone's just so easily insulted by everything. Like a vegan, for example, I want to eat meat, right? And for some reason, a vegan, I believe veganism is a, just horrible.
Go
Like
on,
I
bullshit.
literally go
You can
speechless.
say anything you want.
What?
Okay, I'm so sorry
Okay,
for
okay.
interruption.
No,
May I chime in?
but
Just chiming to give my a bit of opinion on this, sprinkle a bit there.
sure, sure, sure,
So,
sure.
yeah, I mean, I do understand where all this comes from. It could be, as you aptly described it, a pain in the ass. It could be annoying, but it's just that it's not exactly a fine line. You just people are sensitive about this stuff in general, like insulting groups of people, um, and using bad words, using curse words like racism, stuff like that, or they're not. So I think that in general, although there will be many instances of abuse, of people stepping over the lines, but in general, I think the canceling culture in general is better than just forgetting and like letting it pass on. Like I genuinely think, like yeah, you took the example of Eminem and how he said things that would he get him canceled, like uh, said things in 2004 that if he said today he would be canceled. But if you think of it, at the same time, Diddy, which is another popular celebrity, did some stuff, and the sensitivity towards those stuff today got him to the court. So he back in the day was just some another dude throwing crazy parties. That was just that was all that it was about. Now I know that the sensitivity means that you're not gonna have like many curse words or the N word in like Eminem songs, but the sensitivity also means that people are going to care about sex trafficking, drug trafficking, human trafficking, and prostitution for underage people. So I think in general, although we're gonna miss some things, some quirky comments, some comedians are having like to uh, adapt themselves to the new environment. But in general, considering how much bad things were done in the past and just were let on, I think it's a like it's a plus point. It's a boon. It's a positive change.
I mean, before you came in, I mentioned that boycotting has like 200 years, 150 years of history, and it has proven useful a lot of time, like many times throughout its history. But the thing is, what we're discussing here is a matter of excess and extremes, or as we say it in Farsi, for those of you who are not like familiar with the terms, it's efrot tafrit, right? Back in those days, in like Diddy party days, yes, there was excess. Now we are going extreme. Some may argue that the extreme is like if we aren't going to get neutral, then extreme is better than excess, and that's basically the point I'm getting from you. And while that may be true, that doesn't mean that it's still good. It may be better than the worst scenario, but it's still not good. It's still gone like too like it's overcorrected. It's gone too far. Ideally, people like react to everything accordingly. If someone says nigga, you don't cancel them. But if someone rapes a child, you beat the living shit and kill them. Like literally fucking torture and kill them. It's just reacting appropriately to things.
Yeah, it's reacting appropriately is like a phase after just merely reacting. You react, people didn't react like back in the days. Now they do. And the next step after this would be changing and tuning it to the appropriate amount. Right now, people are pissed as a lot of feminists out there that's saying, oh, like that actor raped this dude. There was like sexual like activity with this dude with the Pejman Jamshidi things. I've heard, I've seen, and read many bad things said about the girl in the whole thing. And yeah, maybe she is like trying to blackmail a celebrity with all this negative stuff. But let's just not forget that although that culture of being sensitive about this stuff has brought upon us blackmailing of this tier, like people blackmailing celebrities and just suing for no reason and suing innocent people, but it also has proven like thousands and thousands of cases where they were actually harassing people sexually. I know many actors who were uh, accused of, for example, rape, sexual harassment, and stuff. And although many of them are actually not guilty or innocent, but a big bunch of them are actually guilty of the crime. So yeah, maybe Johnny Depp and that dude who plays in House of Cards were innocent, but a thousand more weren't. Like Diddy, like many other rappers, the whole stuff with the I actually don't remember his name, but you get the point. So I'm saying Yes, it is, as in some cases, gone to be excess, but it's just a step, it's a curve along the way. You cannot just achieve perfect harmony and perfect level of being reactive to stuff without passing the points where you're just balancing things out. So I'm saying that if you came, for example, right now, what would the problem is that if you become too strong, you say, oh no, like canceling culture is bad. People shouldn't react to stuff. You'll go back to the dark days of, dark days of what, you know what I'm going to say. So I'm thinking maybe we should be aware and cautious about canceling culture, but I mean, painting it a bit with a taint of black, like it's saying that it's always bad. It's just people making accusations and people overreacting. I think that's a bit unfair and at the same time dangerous. We came along all this way to the point that people would care if someone said, "Oh, I was raped by a celebrity." Like 40 years from before, like maybe even before that, like 60 years ago, you would say, oh, that celebrity, like, I don't know, like harassed me sexually. They would say, oh, did he rape you? And the whole word of rape was just assigned to, very sexual intercourse. So any harassment, making names, just touching, those stuff didn't even count as sexual harassment. But today, if someone says like, they did that to me, people care. I think that's something good. Yes, there's room for exploitation, but like there's room for every law to be exploited. You can just say, okay, oh, let's just not pay attention to robbers because people would just fake being robbed. You can't say, oh, let's cancel out all insurance because there might be insurance fraud. You don't do that. You make more regulations. You make better adjustments, so you could tune it out, balance it. That's what I'm going for right now. So I'm coming as to defend cancel culture because I don't think just painting it out black is bad. It is good.
Thanks for your
I
point,
do see
Said.
your
It was
point.
really
I do
nice.
agree with the general point that you made. Here's the thing. But I still, if the question was asked, do you think cancel culture has gone too far? My answer would be yes, it's gone to an extreme. However, I do see the point of maybe it needs more time to mature. I can see that, but another thing that if there exists about this matter is the fact that, and I'm gonna say this with the example we have in Iran with the whole Kashmir Jamshidi thing, but it's not a matter of politics because the whole world seems to be having this problem right now. And that is, why do you think people have gone towards cancel culture? Again, we have had boycotting for a long time, but it was rarely really actually used. But now people are spamming canceled and boycotted like all over like social media or all over even the real world or whatever. Why is that? It's like basically because uh, the whole world seems to like the justice systems have gone towards being not enough, being inadequate, being incompetent, be it in Iran, be it in the US, whatever. For example, I was actually discussing something like this with a friend a while ago, and I was like, Sado Sima has so many useless channels, but if I were to like give a suggestion on how they could actually be productive, would be to not even add a channel, like get rid of some of your useless ones and then like repurpose one of your channels to a judiciary channel, Canada.go steady, where you would broadcast actual court cases of things that are going viral, like cases that are going viral. For example, we had the best example of this that we do have, and it was just an exception that happened was the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial where it was just broadcasted, people watched it, and they honestly gave their own opinions. Like again, it was biased by Johnny Depp's popularity, but still, people saw like how full of shit Amber Heard was and all that stuff. And then you got to hear both sides, right? That's the people getting the answers for themselves. While as long as it's just, I don't know, virtual canceling online, people never get enough intel and they make stupid decisions and go to extremes. While if the judiciary system and the courts did what they were supposed to do, we wouldn't be relying, or the world wouldn't be even going towards such extreme cancel cultures or other like alternative measures to get stuff under control. But I do see your point, Said. I do agree with your general point.
Thanks, Mustafa, for your points. But we have many questions, right? So for the first question, that is, it's gone too far. So yes, I think all of us here we have the consensus for this question, but we have many other questions that we should talk about it. So go on, Ismail, to see what's your point.
Okay, first about the comparison between boycott and the cancel culture. You said, I think the model has changed, and yeah, this was happened previously, but very rarely. But it was lasting and stable, and now the algorithm has changed a little. It's now like about it happens very much. It began very extremely, and soon it has been forgotten, and it's after some years, it's looked like never happened at all. For example, you may remember Mohsen Namju's case some years before. It was very similar to Pejman Jamshidi, and worse than Pejman Jamshidi. Pejman Jamshidi has just one person has sued for him. Mohsen Namju has been sued by many people, and but after some years it's been forgotten and it's not happening. The point is, I don't want to judge, and I want to say it is good or bad. I want to say cancel culture, yeah, I too think it's gone too far, but it's not horrifying. It's not horrifying. We shouldn't be horrified at that, because the extremism is short-living, and what I've learned is that many things go against themselves, and when something is not fairly spread, sooner or later it is being exposed, and the whole process is somehow fair. I don't.
So what about
I don't think
regulating it? What about if we make it less severe?
that's the point. That's the point. It's not been regulated, and that's exactly what it has been existed now. If it was being regulated, it was something like regulations or laws or something like that. But cancel culture is a culture. It's not a written rule or something like this. It's about people, and like the whole population is diverse, dynamic, and changing, and it's not a bad thing. I appreciate that it has exist, and we are not here to say it's good or bad and say goodbye and go home. And we are here to discuss the good and bad aspect of it.
Yeah.
Let me about aspect. Um, I want to differentiate between something. First, canceling the person and canceling uh, that person's fans, or canceling that person's achievements. For example, if Namju had been in jail right now and everything about him said before was right, uh, for example, if even listening to his musics have been canceling, I would definitely say cancel culture is a bad thing because it's so much cruel. It doesn't have mercy even to somebody's music, somebody's fans. About Pejman Jamshidi, if proves he's guilty, okay, cancel culture and many things helped to expose such a guy. But if because of that, his fans and his movies treated badly or being boycotted, it seems unfair to me. And that's the bad aspect of cancel culture.
Yeah,
One of the bad
I
aspects,
think
and I
that's
want
not
to
about
discuss about
cancel
them later.
culture, Esmail. I think that's mostly about injustice, maybe, because cancel culture is so the people think that something is wrong, so they will put pressure on that people. Okay, if the people are wrong, so we should help them. We should help and say and tell them that okay, you are wrong in this decision, right? So I think the whole concept cancel culture is not a bad thing, right?
That's one of the things I disagree. Uh, who says that it's look like cliche, but it's a true question anyway. Uh, who says what is right, what is wrong? The right and wrong is a dynamic balance of the whole society. Maybe something that was completely acceptable, for example, 50 years ago, is now something like taboo. If you have seen the Godfather movie, the first one of it, if I remember truly, they, they say something inappropriate about black or other every other race but whites, and that no one is being bothered because that was how much that was somehow common. Uh, Nobody,
Okay,
many
it was
people didn't
acceptable.
offend it.
You want to say?
After 50 years, things been changed, and that the right and wrong has been changed, and that's the dynamic.
Yeah, sure. We don't
May
have.
may
Okay,
I
sure.
may I
Yeah,
add a point here?
go ahead.
For the thing you said, the things that are acceptable at the time, I don't think you're familiar with the term moral zeitgeist. Think you're not familiar with it. Moral zeitgeist is a concept proposed by the same guy who invented the word meme, by the way, which is that the acts and culture and behaviors that are acceptable at a time. For example, as you said in the first Godfather movie, they say very racist things that would be very inappropriate for now, but at the time or at the time of their moral zeitgeist, it was okay based on those sets of rules and morals and doctrine. But the point I don't think we call cancel culture is that people don't look at, for example, Friends and say, oh, there are like less black people and we should cancel Friends because it was a work done in the past. I think more cancel culture is more about things that are new, things that are like updating right now, things that are happening recently. Because if we give like almost any case enough time, it will be resolved. People will find out what really happened, and cancel culture is mostly like, for example, with the case of Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Eventually, the court decided that Amber Heard was, again, as Mustafa aptly described it, full of shit. She was saying bullshit. So, like, I don't think people are right now thinking about that. People right now aren't thinking about let's cancel Amber Heard. People were thinking about that at the time that the court was happening. So, I mean, we can't exactly. I think the difficulty with cancel culture is that it's really hard to regulate, because how are you going to regulate how people think? And it's not like you can. It's not like you can exactly determine what is true or not if the case hasn't been resolved in a court. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right,
So I'm
Saeed.
just saying that, yeah.
I'm so sorry if I
And by the way, I
interrupted
gotta
you.
leave. Sorry.
Oh, we're gonna miss you, man. Thanks
That's
for
okay.
joining us.
I actually wanted to ask for my leave too, but now that he left, I feel kind of like I can't leave now.
Yeah, we'll be depressed right now. So I wanted to tell
Damn.
you that, guys. No problem. We can finish it just in 10 minutes. Just we can have a brief conclusion, then we can leave all together, right? I just wanted to tell you
Okay.
that, okay, we are not here to say, okay, Ismail, we are not here to talk about the morality. We talked about, I think we talked about it. No, here we didn't talk about morality, which is objective or, I don't know, relative. We're not here to talk about that. And we're just saying, we are just talking about acceptance, right? So if you know that there are some acceptance in the culture, so can we decide which one is more beneficial? Do you think that's possible? So if that's possible, so we can convince other people that, okay, the canceling that you are doing right now is gonna be harmful in this about these reasons, right? I'm not. I didn't want to talk about regulations, right? I wanted to tell you that we can criticize, right? We are here. We are here to think about it and criticize it, and think how it can be beneficial, because it's just like a tool, right? I have a question for you. If you'd like, you can answer this, or you can answer, I don't know, you talk about anything you want. Should platform moderate or stay neutral? So, yeah.
Uh, Moderate or stay neutral?
Yeah.
Let me clarify for first,
Sure.
and for the next discussions to go. Almost all I say from the perspective of liberalist views and freedom of each person, and platforms have owners, and every owner is a individual. He can decide how he wants to manage his platform, and we, the users, are free to choose between these platforms which one we prefer. And I never tell you which is correct or not, because there is no correct or not. But my preference is always about more freedom and less regulations in almost anything.
Anything. So, Mustafa, do you
We
want to
can
say?
discuss about, for example, exceptions, or if something seems to you that is not negotiable from this point of view, we can discuss. Well, what my direction is
Yeah.
toward that.
That's your
Can say.
preference, right? Because
Yes.
we were in a society that was so so moderated, or I don't know, so prohibitive, and we couldn't really actually taste the freedom, right? I think that's due to that. But if you see cases that are going on other countries, or even in our countries, because we are in a situation that we think that, okay, I want just freedom. I think freedom in anything is really good and it's appropriate, right? As you told, there are some cases that they can abuse the freedom, right? They can misuse the freedom. I'm sorry. I think we had white freedom, if I'm not mistaken, and dark freedom. Oh no! I'm sorry. I told it wrong, in the wrong way. We have positive and negative freedom, which one of them is telling that you should actually uh, control the freedom, the amount of freedom that every person has, because you should because because many freedom will, oh my god, many a lot of freedom phrase, but
Can be
yeah,
full of problem.
okay, many
Okay, I
liberty
got the
will,
point.
did you get it? Many liberty will, as you told,
Many kinds of freedom,
will
you can say.
attack itself. So I think it was
Ah,
about
that's the
negative
point.
and positive.
That's the,
Yeah.
uh, that's the point. I got it, and it's the point that has is the subject of many debates and still unsolved to me. I want to restate it in my style. Uh, First, I don't believe in two types of freedom, or some types of freedom. You said the dark one, the white one, I don't know,
No,
the
no, no.
good one, the
Positive
bad
and
one.
negative.
No,
Actually, I
but
was mistaken.
okay, but it's a perspective, and everywhere is different. We have different dose of freedom. Somewhere are more free, some are less. But uh, I say I prefer the freedom and always choose the side that gives me more options. But there's one problem, and that is uh, to let everyone do anything uh, can be dangerous, because if some people decide to, for any reason, destroy that freedom, uh, let me tell you, some guys believe that we should prevent them, but the dilemma is it's exactly the opposite of freedom. And the question arises of what we should do with this. And that's where the regulations come, and it doesn't have a single and simple answer, and in every case should answered separately. For example, in case of a online platform, it has its own answer. In case of a house that a family lives, it can be answered uh, in some way. And in the case of a city, it can be answered something. And
Yeah.
in the case of countries, it can be answered and debated. But the whole situation, the whole direction is, I think it's toward more freedom.
Yeah.
But the protection of freedom is a hot debate.
Sure. Yeah. Now we have two other topics that we can talk about. First, the morality, which we have talked about it in the university. I don't know if you are still in the university or not, uh,
I
but
graduated 5 years ago.
5 years ago. Oh my goodness! So
Yeah.
you're an expert. So we're talking with an expert. All right, and we can also talk about the kind of liberty, which when you should, for example, how it what's the borders of the liberty, right? But I think it's so complicated, both of them. But maybe a kind of simple answer to that. I know that simple answers are not usually a good answer, but I think in this case it's like an exception.
We can say a rule of thumb, you may
No, no,
say.
no. I want to say that liberty is good until it comes to hurt other people, to hurt other people's right, others people liberty. This is the best definition that I.
That's the part of liberty. It's unnegotiable. Of course, respecting others' liberty is part of liberty, and it's unnegotiable. Uh, and in these cases, it's very simple. If someone offends somebody's liberty or freedom, that should be prevented. But the complicated case is when someone doing things that does not uh, offend others' freedom, but they are part of a plan that would gradually destroy the whole community, society, or country that freedom exists in. And these are the complicated situations because the recognition of these acts that going to destroy the freedom are very hard and relative.
Yeah.
What
Right.
about, for example, something like a terrorist group? It's very simple. They are killing people, so they must be prevented, and that's unnegotiable. That extreme examples are very easy to solve. The more complicated ones are that is backed by that system, but those people don't respect that system of freedom and want to destroy that system. Maybe not want to destroy that system, but their act goes as far to finally offend the other's freedom.
Yeah. Uh, I, I, I was telling you the positive and negative, and let me make it clear, and and after that we can leave this talk. Uh, I think the negative was the liberty that. Okay, I think we went so off topic, but let's finish the talk with this
Yeah, that's okay.
concept.
That's okay.
Yeah. So first there was a negative liberty that was a, a thesis. It was a thesis that gave anybody any right, right? Freedom for everybody. And after that, when they saw there are many misuses of these the vast rights that everybody has, so they decided to they decided to publish an anti thesis, and that was the positive. If I'm not mistaken, the order was in this order, and yeah, I think that's it, and we can, if you guys don't have anything else to add, we can finish the.
Mm, yeah, I think the discussion
Okay,
is
thank you.
on the edge of conclusion, but about we go so far off the topic, and about the topic, uh, I'll say my opinion and finish my
Sure.
word. Uh, about something else about cancel culture that I don't like is that uh, its destructive nature, I can say. It's all about no, not doing this, not saying that, don't like it. About mm, it's about no's, you know, and everything that has only one side, it seems incomplete to me. But as we know, the cancel culture is a relatively new phenomenon, and I'm sure we, the people, sooner or later learn how to use it more efficiently and better, and that the extreme examples we discussed about uh, will be less occurred in the future.
Actually,
That's it.
yeah, that's true. I think we should not use it. We should not misuse this cancellation as a way of attacking to other people. We should use it
Yeah.
as a kind of tool to just prohibit, to just prevent some disaster to happen. So, Mustafa, do you have anything to add?
No, I think everything was pretty much said.
Was? Excuse me, I don't understand.
I said, I don't really believe I have anything to add. I believe everything was said.
Everything was said. So thank you so much, guys, for coming. It was really nice, and yeah, have a good
Thank
day.
you for attending. Very appreciated. Really.
Sure. Thanks
Thank,
for
thank you
joining.
for the session. It was great.
Thanks. So don't guys forget. Always convey, never show off. Goodbye. Have a good day.
Goodbye.
Bye bye. Have a
Bye.
nice day.